Okay. I'm just going to make a quick post and then I'll get started. Hey there. Somebody's on. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Hey. Hey, Catherine. I've seen you comment on my videos before. I don't know if I've ever seen you on a live before. But welcome. Maybe you have and I don't remember. All right. Let me go ahead on and get started. You all know that I don't stay on here for a very, very long time unless y'all keep talking. But I got good news. I'm ready today. You know how I'm always like, where's my marker? Where's my eraser? I have everything right here. So today we're going to be talking about peace of mind. We're doing word magic with the phrase peace of mind, which I don't think I'm even doing a whole lot of moving letters around and all that kind of crazy stuff. I'm just basically going to go over, peace of mind and why our peace of mind gets interrupted. And I'm going to explain it from my perspective anyway, what all that means from a metaphysical perspective and what you can do to help keep peace of mind within yourself. Okay, so first and foremost, the etymology of the word peace itself. First and foremost, it means to be freed from civil disorder. Now, whenever you are looking at words or you are reading anything of esoteric nature, especially the Bible, hey T, especially the Bible, because the Bible talks about peace a lot. As a matter of fact, King Solomon's his name means peace. Um, you have to always apply it to you. Okay, it's always talking about yourself. So when the word etymology of peace says freed from civil disorder, that's talking about the civil disorder that's within you. That's talking about your own disagreement that you have within yourself. Okay, peace. The etymology also means agreement, silence, and permission. I mean, it means a whole lot of things, but I just pulled a few things out for us to discuss. So that means that peace really means to be in agreement with yourself. Peace of mind comes by being in agreement with yourself. It comes from giving yourself permission. It comes from giving yourself authority and permission to do what you want to do and not have regrets about it. Peace also means silence, okay? Which I think I'm pretty sure I did the word silent. If you go into my old videos, I broke down the word silent and we talked again in that video. I was talking about peace. I'm pretty sure it was. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that King Solomon means peace in the Bible. So I got a feeling that you all already know what that means. But King Solomon is representing the soul and the moon, right? So that means this is the sun and this is the moon. This is another word for sun, right? And this is the moon. So that means, well, let me write the word peace up here. That's also Salem, another word for peace is Salem. That's why the Bible talks a lot about Jerusalem. Jerusalem means peace. If you paid attention to the Matrix, that is what Neo was trying to save, I guess I'll call it. He was trying to save Jerusalem, which Jerusalem means peace. So, of course, that whole movie had to do with you being at peace with yourself, you being one with yourself. So, Salem, that means peace, is Solomon, and that's soul and moon. So, that's the sun and the moon. Now, the sun and the moon represents your conscious and your subconscious mind. I'm going right there. So, that's why, again, when you if you follow the so-called conscious community, a lot of times they don't go deep enough because the truth is at the subconscious, not just the conscious level. So you have to go beneath what you're seeing on the physical level. Okay. So anyway, for you to get to peace, you're going to have to get some understanding of your conscious mind and your subconscious mind and how they work together, or they could be working against each other. That when you are in disagreement with yourself, when you are in disagreement with your true feelings, which is over here where the moon is at, you can learn a lot from studying your moon sign. I just ate, so I got something in my teeth. That's why I'm doing that. But anyway, you can learn a lot by understanding where your moon sign is. So like my moon sign is in Pisces, but my sun sign is in Aries, and they kind of balance each other out because Aries is very like, ugh, and Pisces is kind of like soft and usually are because they're very dreamy and very fantasy like. But I'm not getting into the zodiac anyway. What I want you to do is I want you to go look up your natal chart, and I want you to look at your moon sign, and that'll help you understand more about things that are hidden in your subconscious, because that's what the moon represents. Okay. Now, I show that to you so that you can understand how those two things, they go like that, or they can go like that when you are being dishonest with yourself about things. And a lot of times we lie to ourselves so much that we don't even realize that we're lying to ourselves. But it's usually the ego that's doing that. But because we don't understand the ego, then it turns into this big snowball, and then now we are lacking peace. Okay? So, this is, what am I saying here? The sun and the moon represents your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. This is also a metaphor for your inner self and your outer self. So everything that's outside of you is just a reflection of what's inside of you. Okay? When you are in discord with that, you also can lack peace of mind. So that's like, for example, when you attract certain things to you, or you lured certain things to you, and you kind of feel like, how did I attract it? That, that shouldn't even be in my way or in my path or whatever. And you kind of get all funky about the things that you're attracting to you. That's you being in discord with yourself. That's you being not having peace with yourself, because you're not accepting the things that you're attracting to you, because the things that you're attracting to you is there to teach you, not hurt you. Koi Jump said, mine is Virgo, explains why I clean. Oh yeah, Virgos are notorious for being like clean and organized. That's actually my rising sign, which I'm so not like that. Somewhat I am, but I know Virgos, and I know how that goes. they actually annoy me sometimes. Why did I just get your notice? I missed half. That's okay, Dartan Zal. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I apologize. But anyway, you can go back and watch it from the beginning. Your rising is Aries. Okay, so we are kind of doing the same thing here. I'm an Aries, and you are a rising Aries. But so what I'm talking about is your inner world matching your outer world. And what happens is when our outer world appears to not match us, we get upset about that. And that interrupts our peace. But it only interrupts our peace because we don't go deeply into, the things that we claim that, oh no, I didn't attract that. Oh no, that doesn't represent my truth or whatever. You just keep prolonging it when you don't take a hard look at your external world, because your external world is representing your internal world. Okay. So the other thing is another word for mind is memory. I talk about memory all the time. I did another YouTube video called "What is Memory?" Okay, where I broke down the esoteric meaning of memory. But I'm bringing that up because we're talking about peace of mind. So that means that when we talk about peace of mind, we're really talking about remembering. You're almost always talking about remembering. As a matter of fact, the way I break down Israel in the Bible is that it's also the word realize. And to realize something means to remember it. So the whole thing about Israel is really about you remembering your true form, okay, which some people call it your true self. I like to say your true form, because your true form is not this body. So you can remember that your true form is not this body. That also helps give you peace, okay? But anyway, so I'm going to write this backwards so that you can really see what's being said when you say peace of mind. And because mind means memory or to remember, that means you're really saying to remember peace. So to achieve peace of mind, because mind means memory, say it backwards, you're really saying to remember peace. So to achieve peace of mind, you have to remember what peace is, first of all. So what is peace? I talked about it a few seconds ago. Peace is to be in agreement. Peace is to be silent. Peace is to give yourself permission. So you have to remember what peace is in order for you to achieve peace of mind. The other thing is that a lot of times we'll say, when we want to give somebody else a peace of mind, meaning that we want to give them a piece of our, I want to give you a piece of my mind, right? Don't we say that sometimes? Or we do that. We want to give people a piece of our mind. But before you want to give somebody a piece of your mind, ask yourself, is this going to interrupt my peace of mind? Is it really worth it? Because you're giving out pieces of your mind, which is really, like I said, it's the ego. The ego always needs to talk and it always needs to express itself. But in your true form, you really don't need to do that, because usually when we're doing that, we're seeking validation. And trust me, y'all, this is not something that I have mastered, because trust me, I be giving folks peace of my mind. But anyway, I'm sharing this with you because these are things that I have learned about achieving peace of mind, and to learn how to stay silent even when you know that you feel like you need to express something. You don't always need to express something. That's the ego. I'm telling you, that's the ego that wants to do that. And a lot of times you interrupt your own peace of mind when you do that. Okay. So let me see what else I got on here on my notes. Okay. So the other thing about the word peace is, of course, it sounds like, did I spell that right? How you spell peace? P-E, is it P-I before E, except after C? I had to say that so I can remember how to spell it. So peace is also peace, like to divide something into pieces. So the thing about you being divided into pieces is another reason why you wouldn't be at peace, because you are divided against yourself. Now the Bible talks about this when it says something about Satan being against Satan. Well, that's really talking about you being against yourself. It also says when Jesus said, agree with thy adversary quickly, it's talking about you agreeing with yourself. Agree with yourself quickly, or else your so-called adversary, which is the part of you that you're arguing with, is going to haul you into court and throw you into prison. So prison is the imprisonment of your own mind, which is lack of peace. Okay? So I want you to remember that the word peace is also the word peace, P-I-E-C-E, which means that you can divide yourself into pieces when you are not in agreement with yourself. You must be in agreement with yourself. I don't care if it's so-called for something good or for something bad. So-called good or bad. Because good or bad is really determined by perspective. But when you are against yourself, you are dividing yourself into pieces. Okay, and that's when you become an adversary, or that's my dog, y'all, sorry, or a satanic figure against yourself. You're doing that. You're doing that. Okay. Last thing. So the word mind also means memory, right? I said that already. So how can I say this? Because I teach this in class. But you were divided. When you were in the womb, you were divided into pieces. But the division really, the division of you being divided into pieces is really a metaphor for you representing the 12 zodiac. Okay, because the zodiac covers all of those different parts of your body. But on top of that, when I don't want to get too deep into this, but put it like this: all the people that you're meeting in your life, especially people that you had sex with or that you had some type of sexual interchange with, those people represent a piece of you. They also represent a double mirrored image of you, and they're there to teach you something about yourself. They're there to help you, remind you of yourself. So they're there to help you find peace. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if they look like they're your adversary. I don't care if it looks like they're your worst enemy. They are there, or that part of your story is to help you find peace. It's to help you remember your true form. So, like I'm saying, you were divided into pieces, and when you became born in this physical body, your story includes all these other people that's going to help you remember. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I do teach that in way more detail in class, but I wanted to give you just a little synopsis of it. So the last thing is that, what is the last thing? Oh, I think that was it. Oh yeah, when you were divided into pieces that caused you to forget. Okay. So what I mean by in the womb when you were created, in the womb when you were created, you were becoming one being, but simultaneously you were being divided into pieces, right? You are being divided into a right side and a left side, a masculine side and a feminine side, upper part and a lower part, inner self and an outer self. That's what I mean by you are being divided. But by you being divided, that is what caused you to forget your all of your past lives. So it's not like if someone was to ask the question, well, why would we be divided like that? Well, because that's part of you forgetting your past lives so that you don't keep carrying it on, even though you do kind of carry it on because it's in your subconscious. But anyway, I think I'm done. Okay. I don't see y'all saying anything. Nope, I don't see y'all saying anything. I hope I didn't freeze up or anything. But anyway, so yeah, that's it for me. I hope that you all got something out of this. I hope that you all attempt to achieve peace of mind, which is to agree with yourself. So, an exercise that you can do to see if you are agreeing with yourself, of course, is to ask yourself. Ask yourself. I know it sounds so simple, but a lot of times we don't do just the simplest things. Like ask yourself, am I really agreeing with myself? Am I being honest with myself? Am I being honest with myself? When you're lying to yourself about something, that's when you create lack of peace. And that's when you start dividing yourself because you're lying to yourself. It sounds pretty crazy, but makes sense. Well, thank you, Koi Gem 25. All right, y'all. I'm out. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back next week. And of course, if you have any recommendations for a word that you would like for me to break down, you can surely email me. Go on my website, blackfirenation.com, or email me. The email is right at the top of my website. It's blackfire360@gmail.com. So just let me know. Say, hey, Black Fire, can you break down the word such and such and such and such? And I'll see what I can do, okay? All right. Peace.